Kelly Show.
So there's this neighborhood in Florida. They've been dealing with a nasty issue. They keep finding feces everywhere.
Oh, no.
Feces. Caca.
Reports say that the homeowners, they were finding, poo-poo. Yeah, on their cars, their mailboxes, in their yard, even in the community food pantries.
What?
And none of them could figure out where is this caca coming from. So they got together, try to figure out what was going on, and they discovered that it was coming from one of their neighbors.
Uh-huh.
Psycho.
And she was taking cereal dumps. Just
you
whenever
say.
she was out exercising, and she would just, drop logs.
You don't hear that a lot from the ladies.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
did, though, like a couple years ago. Remember there was like some serial jogger that was pooping in
On
somebody's
people's
yard?
lawns?
Yeah.
So caught on very crystal clear 4K security cameras. And so the cops, they came, they arrested her for dumping.
Is this like a kink? Like, what do you do this for? Is this to get back
Are
at your
you
neighbors?
Are your bowels that
Yeah.
uncontrollable?
Do you hate the community food pantry?
Do you hate mailboxes?
See, that's the part. Like, it's one thing if you're out. I think we've all been in an emergency dump situation where you're like, oh, man.
Dude,
if this gets really bad where I can't even camel it anymore.
And you're doing it in the front yard.
Where am I going to do this?
Yeah.
And you at least consider whether you actually have to go through with it or not. You at least consider what your options are. Yeah, but why would you choose the food pantry? Why would you choose people's cars? Like, you're doing this a number of times, so clearly it's intentional. It's not an emergency.
Yeah, that's what I'm
If
saying.
you're doing it on purpose.
You either
with malice.
love poop or you hate your
with
neighbors.
purpose.
Yeah.
Neighbors are weird.
Malicious.
Sammy, what happened? Didn't your neighbor ask you? What was it? With the squirrel?
Yeah, yes.
Did you hear?
Oh,
with the
my
squirrel?
God.
Did she tell you about this? No, I guess not.
Oh, my neighbor came aggressively knocking on my door, frantically yelling my name. And I opened the door and she's crying. And I was like, oh my God, is everything okay? And she says, no. And I'm like, she's older. She's like in her late 70s probably. And she knows like, hey, if you need anything, I'm here. Right. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to drive her to the hospital or something.
Right.
Like, what's going on? She's like, my squirrel died. So she has a squirrel in the neighborhood that she named and has been feeding for like probably about a year. Her dog passed away. She's not in a position to get another pet. So she walks around the neighborhood and says hi to all the dogs, and she has this squirrel that she feeds.
Oh.
And it died. And so I'm hugging her because I feel bad and she's crying. And then
Here's a question: how does she know that's her squirrel?
That's the same one.
it is the same one because it's a little bit chunkier than the rest.
Oh,
Because
I love
because
that
she's feeding
squirrel.
it.
it follows her around,
Yeah.
because she's feeding it. And so I'm hugging her, and then I take a step back, and she's like, is it okay if I barrel the squirrel in your yard? Now, at that moment, then I notice she's clutching a trash bag that has a squirrel in it, and I was hugging her.
Why
like,
do you want to bury it in your yard?
Why does she have to bury it in your yard? What's wrong with her yard?
So we're both in apartments, but I'm like a front unit of a complex. So it feels very house-like, and I kind of had a yard in front. And she's in more of a complex, and the gardeners wouldn't let her bury it.
She telling
in your
them.
front yard?
What?
She wants it in your front yard?
Yeah.
I
Were you
mean-
like, it's not my yard
With
either.
the little tombstone.
Yeah.
So I said okay because I don't care, and I just let her do it in the corner. I'm like, sure, go ahead,
Oh my God.
bury your squirrel, that's fine. And so she was like, I have garden tools, whatever. So she buries the squirrel, and I see like kind of where it was. It's a corner. It's non-disruptive, no big deal.
A little
Maybe
paw
this is a
poking out of
test.
the dirt.
and
To see if you'll help her bury a body.
Right.
She's gonna have a bigger question later.
And
Yeah.
then,
Slippery slope.
right.
Yeah.
And the next day I see this kind of like green balloon thing on the
Oh,
ground by it. And
no,
I'm
a
like, I have a
shrine.
memorial
It's a
here
memorial.
for a squirrel. But still, not worried about it. Go to bed. I wake up early I'm going to do stuff. I'm rushing out the door. And you guys, okay, she didn't bury it that deep. I mean,
Oh,
a raccoon
no.
or something got it
dug
because
it
it
up.
was barely buried.
Nice.
I saw the
Oh, my
squirrel.
God.
I saw the squirrel tail like out front, and
Oh,
then there
God.
was blood all on the sidewalk. And there was
Blood?
like, and there was like a membrane of sorts, like it was kind of like scattered. And I'm thinking, oh no, like she's gonna melt down when she sees this. But I didn't have time.
To
Number one, to
redo
like
it all.
to clean up this crime
squirrels.
scene. I know. And I also was like, I also don't have the tools really
Yeah.
to be picking this stuff up, and it's pretty gross. So I left. And I don't know if she ever saw it like before it got cleaned up or not.
You should have called the police. That's abusive of
Yeah,
course.
seriously.
I know. I feel
called-
so
That's
bad.
frowned upon.
Should have called Homeland Security.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Greg's got the number.
Yeah, do you need to file a report?
I mean, just in case. I mean, you guys, this squirrel, though, really was like a pet to her. This was not my first time hearing of a squirrel. She fed it every day. She talked about it all the time. It was,
Damn.
I felt so bad because she can't have pets, and she was devastated because her dog passed away less than a year ago.
Yeah.
And this has been her like pseudo pet, and oh my God,
I
she
don't think
picked
she
it up.
needs another pet.
Oh my God, I forgot to tell you
I
how
would
it
limit-
died.
I would limit my interaction with this person.
Yeah.
This person sounds crazy.
No, wait, I want to
how
hear
it died.
I know
Yeah, I wanna
how
hear
it
that.
died. Oh my
How
gosh,
it
it's
died.
so sad. So
Like
because
high cholesterol.
because she feeds it. She had fed it its little treat, and they take their little treat, and they run off with it. So it took its treat and ran off into the street and got hit by a car. She watched it happen.
Oh, no.
She fed it, and then it ran out into the
Nice.
street and immediately got hit by a car.
So she has survivor's guilt.
Yes. Oh my God, it was
Damn.
the worst. I feel so bad.
Have you talked to her since? Like, does she know it
No,
got dug
because
up?
I haven't seen her in a while. Like she hasn't really.
She probably
Ended it.
Dude, she probably found the squirrel guts and had a heart attack.
No, you need to call for a welfare
Yeah.
check on her. Is what you need to
Well,
do.
I saw her yesterday for the
Okay.
first time from a distance.
All right.
But I was busy running around and
should've
didn't
ran.
have time to get into it. But
Did she have like a black veil?
Have you ever seen the video where people are releasing doves and they get taken out by a tractor
Yeah.
trailer?
Yeah.
Because they start flying toward the road and then the truck just takes out immediately. Or like where kids will bring something down to the river or wherever it is.
Yeah.
And then as soon as
Yeah,
it goes in, whoop, then here comes something else to eat it.
Yeah.
I was at a wedding once, and instead of throwing rice, they had these little boxes, and you open it, and effing butterflies.
Oh
flew
my
up.
God, your worst nightmare.
So I opened it. Mine had some sort of weird broken wing or something, and it fell to the ground, and I stomped on it.
Great, you monster.
Greg.
I'm surprised that you were even willing to open a box with a butterfly
Tell
in
me
it.
about it.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God, that's so horrifying.
Does this
Sammy.
woman know that there's about 80 million other squirrels out there? She can adopt another
Yeah,
one.
just shake a bag
Yeah.
of peanuts
she
outside.
Another one.
She had an attachment to this one for sure. And it just is. Because I know that she wants another animal. She's just not in a position to get one.
She's not mentally in a position to get one. No. This is not okay. No,
So-
she's gonna like Norman
sounds
Bates
nuts.
her
No,
next
Yeah.
show.
she was taking care of her previous dog very well, but she's older and has like limited like ability issues and stuff. And this dog had bladder cancer, and she was having to take it out all times of the day, and it was just
I'm with
not
Woody.
a great situation.
You got to ghost this lady,
Yep,
man.
exactly.
Yep.
She lives next door to me.
You
Move
don't,
in with
you
Steamboat
don't want
Willie.
that smoke.
Yeah.
Just tell her you moved.
I saw it.
877-44 Woody. Text us over to 22987.
The Woody Show.